I think it's really important for people to understand that there's certain protocols that are good for certain people for certain reasons, right? So like keto, I would never recommend keto to a client who's trying to lose weight, or especially to a perimenopause client. One of the reasons for that is that in order to be in a ketogenic state, you have to be eating mostly fat. You can't even eat a lot of protein. And one of the reasons that women have such difficulty as we age is that we start losing muscle mass at around 30. So if you're not eating enough proteins to support protein synthesis multiple times a day and doing some type of, resistance activity, then you are going to have a really hard time getting into perimenopause when we have more inflammation, we become more insulin resistant. And part of that is the glucose in our body doesn't have these muscles to sop it up, right? So that becomes a real issue. And the keto diet, you can't have a high protein keto diet. You can have a low carb, high protein diet, but not a keto one, because 30% of all protein gets broken down to glucose. So that's going to kick you out of ketosis, right?
True ketosis, right? If you're truly correct and be in ketosis, correct.
Exactly. And like you said, like it was actually created, to treat some brain diseases, epilepsy, that kind of stuff. Right. And so it can be a great treatment for that. Yeah. And there's, a treatment, also for other, brain injuries. Even people talk about it with respect to cancer. But again, like from a perspective of living your life, feeling good, having energy, and not feeling like you're on a restrictive diet, it's just not something I would recommend.
Yeah. Eat whole foods, eat real food.